Welcome
Miami
to Big B
absolutely can win
Daily.
the division,
No
man.
frauds allowed.
Yes, they can.
Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? Welcome back to Big B Daily. This is Brian Hanley. Thank you guys for joining in. We are live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook. How's it going, people? What is going on, man? Big show today. Big show today. Covering all the NFL games this weekend. Got a few games that we're going to cover with Big B Bets. So college games is a bad weekend for college football this weekend. Good games are few and far between, but we'll get to it. But as always, man, number one, please join the live, pass it along, tell your friends about it. We have a ton of fun in here. If you're live on TikTok, give us a follow. Again, jump over to the live over on YouTube. If you're live on Facebook, jump over to YouTube, subscribe to the page, Big B Sports Talk. Thank you guys for joining. Anything else would be uncivilized today. Anything else would be uncivilized. I was told that by somebody today on the phone. I was uncivilized. I'm like, how do you figure? We've talked on the phone for 2 minutes, but whatever. It is what it is. So, another thing, man, any of your fantasy football stuff, you guys got questions on it. Starting next week, we're going to start having this guy on the show every Wednesday. His name is Hot Soup Fantasy Football. The guy's in 25 leagues, dude. He knows his football stuff, puts out stuff all the time. So TikTok, find him, go follow him over there. He's also on YouTube, man. So let's get this going. Thursday night football. Thursday night football last night. It was kind of a weird game. You know, Philly, I thought Philly was fine. So Philly was fine, but their defense and offense both are still not great. I mean, I think it's crazy how DeAndre Swift goes 3 touches 1 week to 28 carries, 200 or 175 yards the next week. That's just insane. And yeah, I get that a guy was out, but it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that big a difference. I mean, my goodness. And, you know, they talked about they didn't play their starters in the preseason. This is the feeling out process. I mean, but with new coordinators, I mean, that was a bad decision anyway. I mean, they got to get a feel for each other in some kind of game action, not live, real games. Should have done that in the preseason. Luckily, they're playing some inferior opponents the first couple of weeks. Squeaked by. The game last night was closer than what people want to admit. The game was a lot closer than what people admit. I had somebody go, oh, well, the Eagles defense played great. I'm like, played great? With 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, the score was 27-21. And they couldn't stop Minnesota. Hell, I think they lose the game if Minnesota doesn't turn the ball over 100 times. I mean, think about Justin Jefferson. Fumbled out of the end zone. You know Minnesota was going to score on that possession. I mean, whew. The Vikings, if they could just chill with the turnovers, I mean, like I said, I think they can win that game last night. I think they can win that game last night. So we'll see, man. I'm just not sold on Philly yet. I am not sold on Philly yet. They got to do a lot better. They got to do a lot better. Let's move on, man. Let's go. Let's move on. So this Lane Kiffin story, have y'all heard about this craziness? This kid, let me look at my note here. DeSanto Rollins is suing Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. If y'all haven't seen this, y'all need to go. I'll give ESPN a plug. I don't care. Or anywhere. Just look it up and go find this lawsuit. This guy is suing Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, and he's got Lane Kiffin on tape, kicking him off the team and telling him that he's hiding behind mental health. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, it's on tape, so it's not, the kid's not making it up. He's not fabricating a story. Lane Kiffin is saying all of this on tape, and he's suing them for $40 million. $40 million. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, if the guy had issues, I mean, it's all because he wanted the kid off the team. He's not a good player. Okay. He went there. Turns out he can't play SEC level football, so they didn't want him on the team anymore. The kid wouldn't transfer, which, hey, I get it. You don't want to transfer. Don't transfer. And they decided they wanted him off the football team. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just put him on the scout team. He didn't want to change positions. I'm like, well, then just leave him at his position and put him on that scout team. It is what it is. Didn't want to do it. Grandmother died. Took some time off. Then Lane Kiffin's calling him to his office. He didn't go. Then when he finally goes, he cusses him out, tells him all this stuff. I'm like, this is going to be a bigger story in the coming up weeks than what people are making a deal of it today. Because it's college football and football, we're in football engorged right now. You give this a couple weeks, this will become a huge story because Lane Kiffin is caught. He's caught. He's on tape. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So, a lot worse before it gets better. Just insane. So, and you're right. ESPN is going to blow this thing up. I think ESPN blows it up once there's going to start being some more interviews and some more investigations going on. It is going to be crazy. Lane Kiffin, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? But if that's the kind of character and the kind of guy you are, this is what you do. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, man. Let's move on to Big B Bets. Let's move on to Big B Bets. That's why we're here today. We're going to cover everything from, we got 6 college games that we're covering, and then every NFL game. Again, everybody that's live on TikTok, thank you. Please give me a follow if you're not following already. And then jump on over to YouTube. A lot more things to see over on YouTube. Come subscribe to the page, man. A lot of questions over on YouTube. We put it up on the screens, more fun, a little bit more interactive. You know, it's better for a viewer, and it's more interactive on the show. So, and my team is the Steelers, by the way. Don't piss me off. I'm not in a good mood about it. So, first game, backyard brawl. West Virginia and Pitt. I mean, I don't think either one of these teams is any good. I think West Virginia, Neil Brown, look, I think if he loses this game, he gets fired. I think if West Virginia loses the game tomorrow, he's fired on Sunday. That's just how I feel. West Virginia is looking for a reason to get rid of him. They didn't have the money to buy him out last year. They'll have the money this year. If he loses the game, I think West Virginia just cuts the cord. However, I like West Virginia to win. -2.5. I like West Virginia. I do. I think West Virginia, I think they rally around that pathetic coach, and he is pathetic. And I think we make it work. So, next game, K-State. K-State at Mizzou. K-State's winning that football game. It'll be closer than what people think. It will be closer than what a lot of people around the country, and it'll be closer than what a lot of K-State fans think. But K-State is going to win the football game. Now, I like them to cover. I like the -4.5. I like that all day long. But it won't be a blowout. I know a lot of people think they're going to blow them out like they did last year. It's on the road. Missouri's a little better. They've been pointing for this game all offseason. Look for it to be tight. K-State may pull away at the end, maybe win by 8, 10 points, somewhere around there. But K-State will win that football game. Next, my Louisville Cardinals. I had 10 points? No way. Somebody asked earlier, well, do you like Louisville by 10? No, I do not. Yeah, I don't like Louisville. I like Louisville to win the game, but I don't like that 10-point spread at all. What I do happen to like is Louisville's defense isn't good enough right now to win by 10 points. They're not good enough to win by 10. But I think they do win. But what I like is that 50.5 over. I like that. That has Big B written all over it. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that football game. A lot of points scored in that football game. So it'll be interesting. But I think Louisville wins, but I don't think they win by 10. So buyer beware. Buyer beware. Next, we got Florida at Tennessee, or Tennessee at Florida, actually. Neither team, look, I know Tennessee's ranked, and Tennessee is better, but we all know Tennessee struggles against Florida. Florida's not a good football team. They're not. They're bad. But I like Florida in the game. Or at least I like Florida to cover. It's -6 or +6.5. I think they cover. Tennessee could slip by and win, but I like Florida. Give me Florida +6.5. It'll be close. It'll be close in Gainesville, man. It's going to be close. Next up, we got LSU against Mississippi State. Look, if LSU's the team that everybody keeps talking about, you know I had them on fraud alert at the beginning of the year. They were frauds, got their head beaten in by Florida State. They were the number one fraud alert all week long. And by golly, I'm going to give them a break. I like LSU -9.5. If they're that football team that we all think that they are, then they got to win this game. They got to win this game, don't they? I'm just saying. Just saying. Got to win this football game. Got to win this football game. Next or last, Colorado and Colorado State. I told myself I wasn't even going to mess with this game all week long. Wasn't going to mess with this all week long. And then Colorado State's head coach acts like an idiot. Acts like a complete idiot. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I just have no idea why he would. I mean, he's bad mouthing Prime. Bad mouthing Prime's is what his mother taught him. And now I'm like, you know what? Trap game. They flipped it. I'm taking Colorado. -24. Give me. I like Colorado in this. I like them. I think they blow them out. Blow them out. I think they were going to overlook them. Not anymore. Not anymore. Just silly. Just silly, man. Just silly. So now let's move over to the NFL. Let's talk some NFL games this weekend, people. It kind of dips into our open mic segment, so we'll interact with you guys today, like we do every day. First up, Chargers at Titans. What do you think? What do you think? I like the Chargers. -3. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I like them to win. At some point, they got to show up in a game that they're supposed to win against good competition. The Titans are a good team. But I see people on TikTok are saying Titans. A lot of people are saying Titans. I'm just like, it's -3. I'm just going to say the Chargers outscore them and do it. So I like that game, man. Give me the Chargers. Next, Packers. The Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons. I'm still not a believer. I'm not a believer in the Packers. I think it was fool's gold last week. You know, overreaction Monday. They were playing the Bears, who apparently stink again. And I like what the Falcons did. I think the Falcons are going to be more physical. So I like the Falcons in this game, man. I like the Falcons in this game. -1.5. -1.5. Again, let me just remind everybody, thank you guys for joining the live today. I appreciate it, man. Every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, we're on live on TikTok, boom, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. So if you're in here on TikTok, man, give me a like, a follow, shoot on over to YouTube, man. The chat's going over on YouTube today. So Lot going on. Next game, Colts at Texans. Give me the Texans. I like the Texans -1. This is almost a pick 'em game because neither team is any good. The Colts played better than what I anticipated them playing last week. They fought a little harder, but they're still not any good. And I'll take the Texans. Texans had a much tough, well, I shouldn't say a much tougher opponent last week. I just thought they played better. So give me the Texans. Seattle against the Lions. Ooh, a lot of people are on the Lions. A lot of people are on the Lions. And I like the Lions too. I like the Lions too. But I like the over in this game, 47. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Seattle got a point to prove. Seattle got embarrassed last week. They got embarrassed last week. So, especially their offense. Their offense was shut completely down. I think they got a point to prove, and I think they come out swinging. So, give me the 47 in the over. Bears against the Bucks. Only about 15 people are going to watch this game. The Bears stink. I tried to pump up the Bears all off season. Said they were going to be better, this or that. No, they're not going to be better. The Bears stink. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks, and I don't think the Bucks are any good either. But -2.5, give me the Bucks. Raiders and Bills. I'm gonna say the Bills -8. I like the Bills -8, but I mean, Josh Allen got to start playing good football again. Okay, Josh Allen has been anointed this great quarterback, living off of one playoff game 3 years ago. You got to stop. We as a public got to stop. Stop turning the football over. That's what has to happen. Got to stop turning the football over. Got to do it. And I know a lot of people are on the Raiders on that game, but I think the Raiders had fool's gold last week. I think the Broncos are worse than what we thought. So, but give me the Bills. Chiefs versus Jags. Whew. I mean, don't the Chiefs got to win this one? I mean, don't the Chiefs have to win this game? I mean, there's no must-win games the second week of the season, but for them to get off to a good start, I think they got to win. Now, as far as this game and picking this game, I'm taking the over of 51. I think it's going to be high scoring. The Chiefs defense is better than what people anticipate. I think it is better. I don't think the Chiefs receivers are going to drop all these passes, or they better not. Chris Jones, I think, will be a factor. He won't be as big a factor as what people are making it out to be, even if he has a sack, because I don't think he's going to play that many snaps. I think the Chiefs got to win. I think they may win, but I like the over on this one. Ravens and Bengals -3. I like the Bengals. Ravens are beat up already. -3. Give me the Bengals. And again, Bengals got to win. You talk about getting embarrassed. They got embarrassed. Last week. So we'll find out what they're made of. Because that offensive line, again, atrocious. Just atrocious. And got whipped. But I think they bounce back. I think Joe Burrow has a big end. They're not playing in a monsoon, hopefully. So if they're not doing that, give me the Bengals. I like the Bengals -3. Throwaway game, Giants and Cardinals. I just took the Cardinals +4. I mean, both teams aren't any good. We saw the Giants. They stink. The Cardinals stink. But it's at home. So give me the Cardinals +4. 49ers at Rams. It's difficult for me to talk about the 49ers. We won't go into why. Okay. I don't, that's all I'm going to say. I like the 49ers -7.5. I think they're the better team. Rams surprised the hell out of me last week. But give me the Niners. I like the Niners. Jets at Cowboys. I mean, I picked the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl, even though it makes my stomach turn, my mouth bleed. I get these migraine headaches. But I did it. I did it. And the Cowboys are going to beat the brakes off of the Jets. Look, I don't think Zach Wilson, I don't think he's any good. And the Cowboys defense is very good. I think it's going to be, I think they whip them. I do. I think they whip them. Um, yeah. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. The thing is, the under 38 and a half is, I like that. I like that. 38 and a half under because the Jets defense is good. Cowboys is too. The Cowboys can score a few points. I don't know that the Jets will. So I like that under 38 and a half. Let's see. What do we got? Commanders, Broncos. I mean, both these teams are not good. I mean, Russell Wilson, 27 completions for 177 yards. What are we doing, people? I mean, literally, what are we doing? What the hell is going on? You know, I mean, if Sean Payton don't trust you enough to throw the ball down the damn field, you are that bad? 27 completions for 177 yards. I want to pick the Commanders. I do. But I got to believe that the Broncos are going to be better. I just do. They're at home. I like the Broncos minus 3.5, man. Give it to me. This is one that I was iffy about, but I like them. Dolphins, Patriots. You know what? I think this is a letdown game for the Dolphins. Give me the Patriots +3. Everybody will be all over the Dolphins. They played great last week. I think it's a letdown game. Belichick's going to find some kind of way to slow down Tyreek Hill. Give me the Patriots +3. Saints and Panthers. I like the Panthers. Panthers at home +3. Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. It's tough. The Saints are better. I'm going out on a limb. Can Bryce Young do it? Probably not, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. Brown Steelers. Now look. Let's talk a little bit. Now, I said yesterday that I am not picking another Steelers game until they win a football game. After that debacle that they put me through last week, I must have got 150 to 200 texts immediately following the game, not all week long. No. This wasn't an all week long thing. It was immediately following the game. Talking about how bad they were, how embarrassing they were. Just got bullied, beat up, smacked around, pillar to post. I'm like, oh my goodness. And all of it was true. It was all true. It's just, so I don't want to pick the game. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like I have to. Don't make me do it. But I'm going to. I'm going to say I like the Steelers +2.5 at home. Monday Night Football. We got to win. Week 2, this is must win. We got to win it. So give me the Steelers. I'm not going to get fired up. Last week, I was all fired up, beating my chest, and we see how that turned out. I'm not doing that this week. You guys are not going to talk me into that. You're not going to talk me into that. So those are the games, the Big B bets. I appreciate it. So let's join in. Let's jump in and do a little Q&A, man. Taking all questions. Again, you're on TikTok. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If you're not giving me a follow, please give me a follow. Shoot on over to YouTube, man. The live is up and popping over on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, do the same. Questions. I'll put them up on the screen. We are up and moving. Let's see what we got. First off, look here. Pasquale Ross. I've known this girl. We've only had 2 girls join the live. We've only had 2 girls join the chat since we've been doing this about 3 weeks. She used to live across the street from me. I used to torture her when we were kids. Lock her in basements, lock her in rooms. I didn't have a younger sister, so she turned out to be that younger sister. And she says that Thursday night football was mid. She's right. She's right. I mean, her brother, my brother, and me, we all played football. She lived it her whole life. She's 100% correct. It was absolutely mid. Terrible football game. Get it together, Philadelphia. Get it together. What else we got? Austin. It felt like Philly dominated, but yet they hardly won. That's the whole thing. Everybody says they dominated, and the reason why is because they ran the ball down the Vikings' throat. The Vikings literally couldn't stop them from running the football. But if you just paid, I'm not saying people didn't pay attention. Just take a deep dive and watch the game. Look, with 7 minutes to go, it was a 6-point game. I mean, Philly got out to a big lead. The Vikings fought back. They fought back. So it's easier for me. I just, Philly got to get it together. They didn't look good the last 2 weeks. They have not looked good at all. Blue 42. Philly did not do good at all. It should have been a blowout. Yeah. Or they could have lost, because if Minnesota doesn't turn the ball over so many times, I mean, they can win the game. So they can win the game. All right. Golf Hawk. Does Tomlin era end this season? Last Super Bowl win was too long ago. Winning season, missing the playoffs is played out. The league is evolving, but Blitzburg seems stagnant. What say you, sir? Golf Hawk, you're my guy. Look, I went back and forth on a Steelers chat for 2 hours today, and they were saying the same thing. It's time for Tomlin to go. It's time for Tomlin to go. I got on that tip last year when we started, 2-6. Time for him to go. And then my question is always, well, who do you hire? And it's, well, I don't know. But the one thing that I do know is winning 8 and 9 games every year, we are never getting better by doing that. You're never going to get better by winning 8 and 9 games and having the 18th through the 22nd pick. You don't get better that way. You either have to be bad and then rebuild, or you're just good. But just to say that you have winning seasons, okay, fine. And I'm not saying having a winning season is easy, but what does that get you? What does that get you? So I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think they got to make some tough decisions. And they didn't renew his contract. They've done it the last 2 times with 2 years left. They didn't do it this year. I think the Rooneys are like wait and see approach, which I love. Come on, Tomlin. You got to get it together, man. First, I mean, you have Matt Canada on your staff. There's no reason he should be on your staff. Are you going to go down with the ship because you wouldn't fire the guy? I hope not. I hope not. Too good of a coach to do something stupid like that. So, what do we got? TikTok, what question we got? No, the Vols are not winning. Actually, I think the Vols are going to win the game tomorrow, but they're not going to cover. I am all off on Tennessee this year, my guy. I am out on Tennessee. I am out on Tennessee. A Rock Chalk Jayhawk fan. I mean, I guess every dog has his day. KU's getting better. KU's getting better. But they're not there yet. They're not there yet. Austin, to be fair, MSU situation is huge, and I don't feel like it's being talked about much. The thing is about Michigan State situation, they're not talking about it much. There's still a lot to still come out. Because Mel Tucker is apparently not going down without a fight. He is not going down without a fight. Now, number one, $80 million, I wouldn't go down without a fight too. But number two, he didn't commit a crime. So, like, there's no, I'm not trying to, yes, I am. Yes, I am. you can't sexually harass somebody over the phone when the person on the other end of the phone, all they have to do is hang up. Now, if women want to say that I'm wrong for saying that, or anybody wants to say I'm wrong for saying that, fine. But if you stood there and you listened to the guy do what he was doing for 36 minutes, and you have 9 other conversations that are 30 minutes in length, it's hard for me to believe that this was the first time, number one. And why didn't you just hang up? Just click. I'm done. I don't know. I don't know. Again, if you want to say I'm wrong, be my guest. Be my guest. But I know I don't even talk to my mother on the phone for 36 minutes. I don't talk to my wife on the phone for 36 minutes. But I'm going to talk to this woman on the phone 9 different times for that long? Come on, man. I mean, you're just not going to be able to convince me that there was a crime. You're just not going to be able to convince me of that. I don't care. I just don't care. So, K-State by 100, says Darren Howard, over Mizzou. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, what about over here on TikTok? What about A.J. Brown and his situation? What about it? I mean, I know he got mad the other night and left. Did he say something today? I didn't think there was anything that came out today. So, we'll see. We'll see. Colorado State about to get clapped after running them out. Yeah, they are. Colorado State's going to get whipped. Colorado State's going to get whipped. If Colorado's the team that we all hope that they are, or a lot of us hope that they are, they're going to get whipped. So, Chris Claiborne, a stiff, thinks that the Cats are going to win by 2 scores. Now, look, this Christopher Claiborne guy that's over here on TikTok, he's a good guy. I'm best friends with his dad. So this is his son, but he's a stiff. He wants to be knowledgeable in football. He's a stiff. So anybody that's on YouTube, I want you to give this guy a hard time. A hard time. If his dad is on here, we got to give him an even worse time. A worse time. So, Cats by 2 touchdowns. I don't think so. I think it's, or if they get the 2 touchdowns, it comes late. But I definitely think they win the game. I think they win the game. Here is my guy, Coach K. Stokes. What's going on, Coach? What do I think about Tyler Buckner move with Alabama? I think it's an overreaction. If you wanted this kid to start, why didn't you start him against Texas? You're telling me that from 1 week to the next, he's better than the guy that you started in the biggest game to date? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. If you wanted him to start, it's not like he didn't know the offense. He came from Notre Dame, and the offensive coordinator came from Notre Dame. So he knew the offense. I think his name is Milrod. I think they're using him as a scapegoat. Because you're not going to be able to convince me that this kid in a week got better. Especially how Alabama got beat. Yeah, the kid threw some picks, but Alabama's offensive line got whipped. Got destroyed. So, JM over here on TikTok, spicy. Oregon would easily win the SEC. I don't know if they'd easily would win it, but the SEC's overrated this year. It's not the best conference in the country this year. Up to this point, definitely isn't. And I'll say that to anybody, anytime, anywhere. They're not the best conference this year. Just not. QB isn't the main issue at Bama. See, now this is my man, Little Claiborne over here. He's getting it. 2 minutes ago, he didn't know nothing. He was a stiff. Now he's starting to get it a little bit. It's good that he listened to me and he learned. I like that. Not a chance the Tomlin era ends in Pittsburgh. Matt Canada will be first of all, MNG Sinister. Part of your take may be right, but the last part, Matt Canada will be the scapegoat for this year. That could be one of the worst takes that I've ever heard in my entire life. Literally the worst that I've ever heard. Why do I say that? Matt Canada is the problem. He's the problem. He's not a scapegoat. He is a horrible play caller. First of all, I don't know how he got the job. He hasn't been successful anywhere that he's been. So he must have pictures of Tomlin doing something or the owner or something. He should have never been the offensive coordinator. That's number one. But to say he's going to be the scapegoat is insane. He should be fired. He should be fired. Now, that doesn't mean he can't turn it around. But as of this moment, I'm a better play caller than he is. And he's definitely, everything's predictable. You know what he's doing. Throw on first down, get 5 yards. Second down, jet sweep. Every time. Or run on first down, get no yards, 1 to 2 yards. Second down, we throw. Third down, third and short, jet sweep. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. And if I know that, you don't think the guys that are getting paid, they don't know that? Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Blue 42. Do you see Shiloh Sanders' comment on Colorado State's coach? I did. I saw all the comments. It's a reaction. Not to mention he's talking about his dad. So, yeah, I saw it. Good for him. You can't just talk about my dad like that. Or my grandmother and what she didn't teach my dad. You can't do that. You can't do that. I have no idea what you're doing, what your thoughts are. People are insane doing that, man. People are insane. Coach K, Stokes. The OC Reese is in over his head at Alabama. He's talking to you, little Christopher. He's talking to you. Little Christopher Claiborne. Get it together. Get it together, Stiff. Well, here we go, Austin. Why is Matt Canada considered the scapegoat? He's been average or worse in every single job he's ever had. Tomlin's fault for not firing him last year. Thank you. Thank you. Should have been fired. Never been successful. Why is he the offensive coordinator at the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, my God. Jiminy Christmas. Just brutal. Brutal. Now, look. You see? Dallas, then all of a sudden. The Steelers stink. That's his comment. The Steelers stink. See, I try to be nice to people. I try to be nice. I've been calm. I let you guys beat my head in all week. On Friday, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about myself. And then this comment. Why would you do that? Now I got to go back down. My confidence is low again. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's rude. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We will rise again. I don't know when, but we will rise again. We will rise again. All right. What else we got? We got a lot of chat over here on YouTube, man. There's a lot of chat. So I appreciate y'all joining the chat over here on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Cowboys are taking the game, Blue 42 says. Darren Howard had a question. I don't know why people are hyping up Chicago. Yeah, I don't either. I was wrong. I can admit I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought that the Bears I knew their defense was still going to stink, but I thought they'd have a little bit more and show a little fight. Boy, they got whipped. They got whipped. So, embarrassing is what it was. Embarrassing. MNG Sinister. Khan has made moves to fire Canada in season. I'll be shocked if he makes it past week 7. I'll be shocked if he gets past the bye week. If the Steelers have a losing record after week 5, that's our bye week this year, I'll be surprised if he's the coach, if he's the offensive coordinator past that. I mean, it's time. It's just time. It's just time. Uh-oh. Quiggle. Take Buffalo 15 plus. I don't know, man. If Josh Allen's going to be the turnover machine that he's been, then I don't know. AP over on TikTok said I look like D'Lo Brown. Okay, I'll take it. Does that mean you're giving me a follow? Please do. And jump over to YouTube and subscribe to Big B Sports Channel. I'm D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown. Do-do-do-do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My man Dallas, then all of a sudden, says the Bills are frauds. Raiders going to Buffalo and win straight up. Ooh, spicy. I don't know if the Raiders got that kind of firepower to do that. I just don't know. The Raiders' offensive line is still bad. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't think they're capable of doing that. I don't think so. But we will see. We will definitely see. I just don't think they're capable of beating them. On the road, first game for Buffalo at home, coming off a disaster. I don't know. I think Buffalo bounces back. Do-do-do-do. Austin, he likes the Giants -5. I don't know. I don't. I don't like the Giants. And it's really a throwaway. It's a throwaway. I don't like the Giants at all. So we'll see. You see. And I did say that the Broncos were going to beat the Raiders. I didn't know that Russell Wilson was going to throw the ball for 3 yards of completion. I didn't realize he was going to do that. 27 completions for 177 yards. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself. I didn't realize that was going to happen. I don't think anybody on earth realized that was going to happen. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, man, the Ravens are limping. That's a good point over on TikTok. The Ravens are already beat up. Ben, I don't know that there's an upset of the week. The only one that I can think of that I liked was the Panthers over the Saints. +3 at home, Monday Night Football. I like the Panthers +3 over the Saints. I like that. What else we got over here, man? My man, Christopher Claiborne, Browns D-line is too good for the Steelers. They're not too good for the Steelers. First of all, it was a bad game plan by the Bengals last week. You're playing in a monsoon. You're able to run the football on the Browns. Why don't you just keep running? Just keep running the ball. They didn't do it. They were averaging over 4.5 yards a carry. We'll just keep throwing it. It's just horrible coaching. Horrible. So we'll see. Everybody loves the Browns D-line. The Browns, people can run the football on the Browns, man. You can run the football on the Browns. What else we got? Let's catch up here, man. Find some people. My man Joe. Can Colorado beat USC? I think the better question is, can Colorado beat Oregon? That's a better question to me. So I think that Oregon presents not a tougher challenge. It's different because Oregon will line up and going to run the football right at you at Colorado. And we've seen Colorado can't stop the run. TCU ran up, and they were doing wind sprints up and down the field. So I think Oregon presents a different challenge, and I think that's the question we should be asking first. Number one, because they play them first. But I think that's a better question. But can they? We'll see. What else we got? What else do we got? My man Yuva. Thoughts on the Packers versus the Falcons? Well, I like the Falcons. I think the Falcons win the game. I still think the Packers are Look, Jordan Love played great last week, but it was against the Bears. And the Bears defense, we all know, stinks. The Falcons defense is better than that. I like the Falcons to win the game. They're at home. I like the Falcons to win that game. So, can we talk FAU versus Clemson? No. I mean, if Clemson doesn't win by 4 touchdowns, then they're the biggest fraud of the season. Biggest fraud of the season. Do 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 do. My man, Golf Hawk, got a question up here, man, in the super chat. Do 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 do. Hippo character with stars growing in his eyes, pumping his arms in the air with the word hype. I guess I don't get it. I guess I don't get it. What are we talking about, my man? I don't get it. Packers are frauds. Yes. Packers are frauds. Fraud. Fraud of the week. No, they're not fraud of the week. They're not fraud of the week. Packers will be okay, man. The Packers will be okay. Chuck Gates. Tomlin was so quick to get rid of OCs with Big Ben, but why not now? Chuck, you have said a mouthful, my man. I have no idea. No clue. Part of me thinks that he's got a reputation for running guys off early, and now he won't do it. I don't know. Don't know. To me, you got to get rid of him. But to me, he's got to get rid of him. It's not working. It's just not working. Do I think that the Raiders are legit if they win against the Bills? Yeah, I'll think that. Yes. I'm one that is not giving the Raiders any credit at all. But if they win against the Bills, I will 100% give them credit. 100% give them credit. What else we got over here? Some people in the chat are having conversations with each other. I love it. I love it over here on YouTube. I don't see the Raiders beating the Bills. Yeah, I don't see that. But if they do, they'll be legit. I'll give them their due. I will give them their due. When the Raiders win, America wins. When the Raiders win, apparently, America wins. Okay. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. Dallas, then all of a sudden. My man. When the Raiders win, then America wins. Whew. Blake. Steelers got a good defensive team, too. Yeah, the Steelers got a good defensive team, but you didn't know it last week. You didn't know it last week. Steelers defense got pushed around from the opening snap till the end of the game. Pushed around, bullied, beat up, smacked, punched in the teeth, whatever you want to say. So, now here is a good question. Let me ask you guys. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Let me ask you guys this question. Tush push. Do y'all like it? All that tush push that they do in Philadelphia. Quarterback sneak, 18 guys pushing the quarterback forward. How do y'all feel about it? I mean, to me, it's a play in football. You got to stop. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Football has become so soft these days. Now you're going to take out something that's literally a physical act. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. I mean, football has literally become so touchy. I mean, and now you want to take away a play where it's literally men moving men against their will, other men pushing guys. I don't think that you can do it. I don't want them to do it. You're allowed to stop them. They give you an opportunity to stop them. So if you don't, You don't. Oscar, why are you in here, Niner Empire, on me again? You do it. I love you, brother. Let it go. It was a week ago y'all blew us up. Let it go. Let me live. Let me live a little bit. Let me live a little bit. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A sticker. I apologize, Golf Hawk. I apologize. Hold on. Well, how long until Matt Campbell becomes a head coach in the NFL? What? No, I usually don't get after you, but my God. I mean, why would he become a head coach in the NFL? I mean, Iowa State stinks. Let me say that again. Iowa State stinks. Why would he? Now, don't get me wrong. Apparently, you can get fired and be bad in college and go get an NFL job. Shout out to Cliff Kingsbury. So apparently that's something that can happen. But Matt Campbell stinks. He's not a great coach. He's not NFL caliber. Come on, man. No, stop it. Stop it. The answer to that is never. Let me answer that for you. Never. Never, never, never. Doo-doo. Chuck Gates says take the Commanders. I probably should have. I mean, I don't know though. I don't like the Commanders. I don't like their quarterback. I don't. I know Bieniemy's there, but I don't like the quarterback. Not at all. Not at all. What else we got? Rob Johnson. The onside kick rule is dumb. They need to change it. Well, what do they need to change it to? I mean, they took it out because they don't want guys getting destroyed anymore. So if you're good with that again, then they can bring it back. But that's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. So I get what you're saying, though, Rob. I get what you're saying. But that rule is never coming back. That's never coming back. Blake asks, hey, Big B, do you think that DK Metcalf is the next Megatron? No. No, I do not. No, I do. Number one, he's not as fluid a route runner as Megatron. I don't think his hands are as good as Megatron. He's big and he's fast. He's just not Megatron. He's just not Megatron. I mean, he's big and fast, but he's not the route runner, doesn't have the hands. He is not Megatron. Now, there's a stiff that's in here that if he's seen that question, he's going to say something about it. Hopefully he hadn't, Christopher Claiborne. But no, he is not the next Megatron. Doesn't mean he's not good, but he's not that good. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, the tush push, it seems like a lot of you guys like it, whatever it takes to win. So, yeah. Now, Austin says he was anti-push, but I, Big B, make a great point about the pure physicality of it. Seems like a real throwback football play. Look, it's technically rugby, but you have the ability to stop it. They're not handcuffing you and saying that you can't stop it. You have the ability. You have the ability. You know, nothing says that you have to let them score or get a first down. Nothing says that. No. Do-do-do-do. All right, man. Well, look. Good. Hold on. Super Golden Chris joined the chat. Now, Christopher Claiborne and Super Golden Chris are relatives. They frequent in here. They're people. They're my people. But I don't like them. I don't like them at all. So as much grief in the chat, over on YouTube, people, again, TikTok, come and join. If you can give those two as much grief as possible, The chat just blows up, man. It blows up. I love it. So I appreciate y'all joining today, man. Good show. Everybody, enjoy your football weekend and sports weekend. We will be back again Monday through Friday next week and every week. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Thank you guys for joining Big B Daily, and I appreciate it. I will holler at you guys.